So we have an injury to discuss, and that is Aaron Rodgers' thumb injury. It came out here in a Matt LaFleur press conference here for Matt Schneidman. Aaron Rodgers won't practice today because of the thumb knock he sustained on the Hail Mary. LaFleur, I don't think we have much concern as far as game day. So on Sunday against the Giants, on that Hail Mary, where Aaron Rodgers got absolutely just smacked when he was throwing that ball, doesn't get it off. Apparently he injured his thumb there. He talked about it a little bit yesterday on the Pat McAfee show. And so now we're going to keep an eye on this one. And from Matt LaFleur's statement, it gives me a good amount of confidence that he will be playing Sunday, because usually, when things are sort of more serious, LaFleur says, we'll see day to day what's happening. But here he says, I don't think we have much concern as far as game day. So from that comment, I bet Aaron Rodgers is going to play Sunday. I assume he will, unless there's some kind of, unless the injury somehow gets worse. If he didn't play, of course, that means Jordan Love would come in here and play, which I always enjoy watching Jordan Love to sort of see what he can do. But hopefully Rodgers will be healthy. It seems like he should be based on Matt LaFleur's comment there. The injury report for today has not yet come out. This is just some news from the press conference. I will be out with an injury report video later today, so subscribe so you don't miss that. There's actually one other thing I want to discuss about this Packers offense that I was actually preparing a video for this, but I figured because this news just came out, I'll throw it in here because it's just a small amount of information about this Packers passing attack. So on Sunday against the Giants, the first half, things were going pretty well. The Packers were moving the ball. They scored 20 points. Of course, the second half, they come in and aren't able to do anything, put up a straight 0 in the second half. And I think that when we look at that second half, with the Giants coming in, they played a lot more, a lot heavier boxes, almost daring the Packers to pass deep. And as you guys all saw on that game, the Packers really had no success throwing the deep ball. Aaron Rodgers went 0 for 6 of passes over 20 yards in that game on Sunday. And that is the most downfield attempts for Rodgers in a game without a completion since 2016. So not something that we're typically used to seeing here from Rodgers and this Packers offense. And so far through the season, the Packers have 17 deep pass attempts, which ranks 17th in the NFL. So they haven't really been throwing the deep ball at a super high rate. It was probably one of the Rodgers passed the most deep balls he has in a while this past game. But I also came across a very interesting chart here. This is from NFL Gen Stats. I found this on a PackersWire.com article. And this is passer rating versus league average. And if you're green, you're better than average. If you're yellow, you're within average. If you're red, you're worse than average. So as you can see, throwing deep left, plus 20 yards, a 24.1 passer rating, league average 78.4. So a lot lower than the league average. Middle deep, league average 86.2 passer rating, Aaron Rodgers 39.6. Then far top right, league average 78, Aaron Rodgers 51. So when it comes to the deep game, so far this year the Packers have not been good whatsoever. They've been pretty bad overall. If you look at the rest of the field though, Aaron Rodgers lights it up. The middle of the field, intermediate, short. For some reason, the 0 to 10 on the right side, not too great. But mainly it's just the deep balls that the Packers have been having trouble with. I think when you look at the, of course, losses to Devontae Adams and Marquez Valdes-Scantling, those guys obviously were a big part of the Packers passing game last year, who are no longer here, especially MVS when it came to his deep threat ability. And I think looking at this Packers offense, I was thinking that Christian Watson could maybe sort of fill that MVS role when it comes to the deep ball. So far, we haven't seen that. And then also, too, we've seen now this past game, the Giants were almost daring the Packers to pass it deep, and they really couldn't. There were multiple times where Rodgers threw it. The guy looked like they're in double coverage, inaccurate balls. And I'm guessing it's a mix, of Rodgers still trying to get on the same page with these rookies and these young receivers, especially when it comes to the deep ball. Because when the Packers have been successful this year, it's been lots of the, quick RPO passes, quick passing game. They've gotten lots of their passing yards in that area. And so hopefully as the season goes on, the Packers can, sort of solve the issue with the deep passing game. Maybe it just has to do with the new guys here, and hopefully that gets figured out. But those are the two things I wanted to share today. I will be out with a injury report video probably in an hour, 2-3 hours, whenever it comes out. So stay tuned for that to cover all the other injuries that have happened and that are, sort of going on right now this week for the Packers. But that is all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.